welcome to another inspiring edition of Leading Ladies TV, the show brought to you to inspire the soul. And today I have a very special guest, very, very special for me, and I shall explain why in a moment. But welcome to the show, Anastasia Davidova. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to your program.
Oh, I'm delighted because you're coming to us all the way from Russia. And so this is a first for me, so I'm really delighted to welcome you onto the show, Anastasia.
Thank you
so much. So the way this show works is it's a show for inspiration, and what I invite people to do is share their story. Now, Anastasia, you've got so many stories that you could share with us today, but really I think you're going to share a story which is about how, you know, if you want to go for it, you just have to go do it. So I'll hand over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Good day, ladies, and thank you so much for joining us for this interview. We were really discussing what's better to tell in this interview for today, and we decided to say about the moment in my life when I realized that I stuck. So when I realized that something wrong is going. Just a little prehistory. I became a tour guide at the age of 17. In 2 years already, I became a pretty good travel company in St. Petersburg. But just in 10 years after a pretty successful travel business, I realized that it is not actually what I'm looking for. That I was like running a race using the rules of society, that I'm supposed to earn this sum of money, that I'm supposed to buy a flat, that I'm supposed to buy a country house, that I'm supposed to buy a car, and I did all that. And when I realized that, okay, life is finished, I have everything, what to do next? And at this very moment, I realized that my life was like a robot race in the box of society corridor. And I turned back, I figured out that I have a marriage and I live with a husband with whom we have nothing similar. Actually, we are absolutely different people. I have a flat that actually I don't really need. I have a country house, but I don't want to go there because I want to travel. And all these things that they are making me live in this very city all the time and go to the country house to take care of it. So I realized that I need to change my life. And the first thing that I had to do is to leave the person who I was living with, to leave my husband. And that was a big thing because, of course, he was saying, why are you doing that? What are you doing that for? After that, there were a lot of unpleasant things that he did for me to force to return back and for me to force not to share all those. So that was pretty unpleasant period of my time, because of which I lost my business, travel business, because it was almost taken by my husband, even though I was building that. I lost most part of my financial funds because of the sharing. And this was the period when I just was sitting and thinking, what really I want. I do love travel business and I do want to continue doing, but I was looking for something. And at this very moment, somehow, as usual in the universe, somehow I found a website with a Train Academy by Jack Canfield. And somehow I decided I need to go there. I don't know why. I didn't know for. Of course, I could say that I had a big vision of becoming a big master. So, of course, I could do that. But truly speaking, I had no idea why I'm going there. That was just something different. And that was just something I was really interested in. Most people say, why are you doing that? You are going to invest more than $15,000 just for the course and another $10,000 for traveling there, for living there. Why are you doing that? What is the reason for this? You have real problems with finance. You have real problems with travel business. What are you doing? I said, I want that. it is something that I really want to challenge. That is something different, and I just went. I just leaned into it, and I traveled all the way. I studied over the year, and actually, this was the year of transformation for me. A lot of things was changed. I found um, really great opportunities in this sphere of training and coaching. I found great people who are supporting me from all over the world, and we are connected even now. And I met a person who I really love. So I met the husband of my dream. I became pregnant just within several months, and so these were the years of really complicated work, personal work on myself, because before the time I was programmed for moving somewhere. And I realized that I don't like this way of moving that was taught to me through my parents, through my friends, and so on. I wanted something different. And this was the time when I realized, okay, I have freedom to do something. I was pretty challenged, I was pretty courageous. Okay, I have freedom. But another thing that I didn't know what to do with this freedom, because I never had opportunity to try that. As I've already mentioned, for all the life I was living using the program. I was graduating the schools with all A levels. I entered the university. I found work. I got married. I opened the company. So it was the typical corridor, right, from the society. But at the age of 30, I realized it is not something I really want for me. And this was the time when I really had to overcome a lot of failures, a lot of obstacles, really a lot. But this was the period when I realized that we actually don't have fails. We don't have obstacles on our life. We have lessons. And this is just your attitude to what you are going through. Walking through, you can realize, okay, you fell, and you just say, okay, that's a big problem. I don't know what to do with this. But you can think about this from the other way. You can think about the opportunity. It is just one level for you to go further. This is not the fail. This is one of the things that are not really effective in your life. So that is not working really effectively. And you already know that it doesn't work. So you can try another one. And that will be another step to your success. And not long ago, I found a quote by Tony Robbins that was just perfectly said. When you are succeeding, you are partying. When you are failing, you ponder. And that is really what it is about. I couldn't ever understand this.
Anastasia, would you just repeat that again? The sound just went a little bit. What was the Tony Robbins quote?
Tony Robbins' quote was, when you are succeeding, you are partying.
All right.
When you are failing, you ponder. So you are thinking. You are really finding the way where to go. And this is really so. Even though several years in my life, they were really difficult, they were really complicated from all different points of view, from the psychological point of view, from the financial point of view, and so on. But this was the period that changed all my life and opened absolutely amazing opportunities that I just don't know how to say thank you for these several years of complications.
That's amazing. I love the fact that then you've gone on and your husband and children. But just share, actually, you have gone on and done something really astounding in Russia. You mentioned to me about the community that you've created. In 2 years, you've created a community of people interested in personal development and sort of learning more about success. And how many people are in your community now?
We have 200,000 people right now.
200,000 people. That is just phenomenal. So Yeah,
Russia is big. It is not only Russia, it is also Belarus, Ukraine. So, like, let's say Russian-speaking area,
yeah,
those who speaks Russian. That's not only Russian, but still, we have some people also from the United States in our community, those who are speaking Russian. So that is, people are really interested in personal development in Russia, and now it's getting more and more popular, really more and more popular. And right now, people are interested in really high quality of personal development. So, and that's why, really, thanks to Jack Canfield and all those people I was studying with, they just showed me different level of how it can be done than I've seen before in Russia or anywhere else.
yeah. That is fantastic, and great to hear that so many people are wanting to come through and, like I say, get behind it, and understand what they can do to improve their own lives, like you have done. It's fantastic, and I'm really excited because we're going to be co-authoring a book together, aren't we? Pretty soon. It's a secret title, we won't say, but that will be coming out very soon. So that's the stretch that when you take the steps forward and move in a direction and you don't maybe even know where it is, that you get connected with people all around the globe.
And you are just attracting those people in your life. So the time you really start to realize what you really want, and the time you risk to do this, you just make the first step to the ladder, the end of which you don't know. But at this very moment, people start to appear in your life, and really, that's amazing. Another secret. In October, we are going to have a big conference in India. And when I was thinking about that, I thought that was a crazy idea. I'm in Russia, and I'm planning something in India just because I love India, and we were traveling there last year, and I just fell in love with it. And I said, okay, we need to organize something there. And when I said about this, people started to say, oh, that's perfect. I love that. I would like to join you. I'll come from Africa. I will come from Puerto Rico. I'll come from the USA. I'm come from US. So that was unbelievable. I could never imagine. And this was just the time when you are risking at least to say what you are really looking for.
Yeah,
There was no risk in money or anything else, but it was the risk of stating, of saying your pretty crazy idea to people, and people started to join you and to support you. That's amazing.
it is amazing. And what I love about this story is, to all intents and purposes, your life was okay, but you just knew it didn't feel right. So that was a comfort zone that started to feel uncomfortable, and you just had to get out of it. And I'm sure there's been fears along the way of, oh my God, what am I doing? But look at where you are now. Thank you, Anastasia. I really can't thank you enough. Some fantastic messages. I think you captured it, but what was your one message for anybody listening today that's thinking, could I make a big change in my life?
I would say that the main message for me is that whatever happens in your life is happening for your good luck. And it is just your choice to see opportunities in every failure, in every obstacle in your life. So if you look for this as an opportunity, it will just rock you far away and for your success.
Oh, thank you. I feel all inspired myself. So I hope the audience have loved this recent edition of Leading Ladies TV, the channel brought to inspire the soul. Thank you once again, and we'll catch you next time.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aman.